The LifeStraw is a water filter designed to remove 99.999% of bacteria and parasites from water. It filters 1,000 liters of water, enough for one person for 1 year. Tonight's story is about a 12-year-old girl, Veronika Scavacini, who learns that her mom's college class is raising money to send LifeStraws to children at risk and families in Kenya.
My mom, she came from Gerald's class, her professor, and she was telling me about how that UNR was going to do this competition and raise money for these LifeStraws. And originally I thought that she was talking about actual straws. And then I did a little bit of research and I found out that there are these amazing devices that took out 99% of the bacteria out of the water. And I wanted to jump on board, so I contacted her professor.
Veronika does her research on the straw and learns that a child dies every 19 seconds in Kenya due to the water. She definitely wants to jump on board. The only problem is she is not in college.
Well, age has never really stopped me from doing anything.
I love it.
So, I just contacted her teacher, said if it was possible for me to get in on it, and even if it was, I was still going to end up giving him like an envelope full of donations.
But you got to do something much bigger than that.
Yes.
Veronika gets permission to join the project and decides to set her personal goal at double the amount the professor has set for his class. Her first plan is to make a video.
Every 19 seconds, a child in Africa dies from waterborne diseases. Diseases like river blindness, cholera, malaria, and dysentery. Lots of kids in this area are worried about their phones, their clothes, their hair. But in Africa, all they're worried about is this water gonna kill me? What amazes me is that kids in Africa are so happy even when they don't have iPods and phones and all the stuff that we have. They are just happy with what they have and to be alive and have food. We could learn a thing or two from them. Things that we take for granted, they hardly even have. For just $5, you can buy 1 year of life. That's one LifeStraw for one child for 1 whole year. That's the cost of this Starbucks. If you can give up one coffee, you can save one life. My goal is to get 2,000 years of life. That's 2,000 LifeStraws. And I know that the people at UNR are trying to get 1,000. And wouldn't it be a bit embarrassing and a little bit funny if a 12-year-old got 2 times that amount? A LifeStraw is a little filtration system that filters particles as small as 0.2 microns. It gets 99.99999% of the bacteria and viruses out of the water. That's a lot of nines. Let me demonstrate for you what that means. I'm going to take this filthy water.
Veronika's video gets a reaction she is not expecting. So you make this video, it goes crazy on YouTube, and you get a phone call from the Today Show. Now, what is a 12-year-old thinking when the Today Show is calling her about her mission?
I didn't think it was that big until someone told me, you were on the Today Show, and I was like, I was?
Now that Veronika's video has thousands of hits and she's been featured on MSNBC, her donations start to pick up and she decides she wants to deliver the LifeStraws to Kenya herself.
I just needed to take it myself. I wanted to personally hand them a LifeStraw and personally say that, I'm glad that this happened for you. I'm glad that I'm giving this to you right now. And I want to see their faces, and I wanted to have that experience.
Think Kindness makes regular trips to Kenya, and Veronika and her mother Diana have decided to join them. After months of fundraising and planning, they begin their journey to Kenya with 1,100 LifeStraws in hand. Their journey starts at an orphanage.
We did stay at an orphanage, and I partook in some of their games, and they were teaching me different games that they played there, and they were in love with table tennis and tag and hide and go seek. And
did you notice anything different about the children in Kenya versus the children that you go to school with?
Very much so. They were always happy. I never saw a single child cry or get upset, or I didn't see any fighting or any drama.
Now that Veronika has spent several days at the orphanage experiencing life with children in Kenya, she is ready to take her journey to the village where she will deliver the LifeStraws to the children.
I just remember like a gigantic line of people coming through and handing one to each person, and I handed a couple to little kids, and it was really nice.
There is no question that the hard work, the raising of the money, the long journey, and the pleasure that comes from seeing the need and being a part of the solution has changed Veronika's outlook on life.
It really has. It's made me rethink how I handle myself and what I say and how I go about my daily life and how I talk to people. And when I went there was a lot of touching, a lot of like hand holding, and a lot of hugs, and I seem to have not gotten that out of my system. So I'm very touchy-feely now.
Well, you had to know by now that once Veronika got a taste of it, she would only want to do it bigger and better.
The goal this time is 4,000 instead of 2,000, because I guess doubling is kind of my thing.
Doubling is a pretty big jump in what you're planning to accomplish.
Yes.
Do you think you're going to make it?
I hope so.
I think you might. I think you might just be determined enough to do it. $5 buys one LifeStraw. One LifeStraw gives 1 year of life. If you want to help this very inspiring girl spread love and reach her goal, you can go to thinkkindness.org.